We have this beautiful G30 today, 2019 BMW 530, that had a pretty bad coolant leak. So he went to the dealer and came back with a very rich estimate for over $30,000 for the engine replacement. We can do better. Let us show you what happened and how we can do a much better job for less money here at CarHavn.
So just for checking purposes, we are going to try to start a car so you can hear what the engine is sounding like in such a bad condition. All right, let's start it. Barely starting, really struggling to start. This is how it came to us. No coolant whatsoever. Really rough shape. Massive heating issue. We have a lot of components melted essentially because of the lack of coolant. So the big lesson learned here is as soon as you see any sign of coolant leakage or as soon as you see any message on your dash reading low coolant, please, as soon as it's safe to do so, just pull over, stop the engine. Stop the engine. Because if you keep running it, even for 1 more miles, 2 more miles, I'm just gonna get to my house, it's gonna be okay. No, it's not gonna be okay. You run the risk of ruining the engine, damaging the head gaskets, and then that turns into an engine replacement. Please do not play with coolant leaks. This is always fun and a little surreal to see. That's the old engine out, and then we have the engine bay in here, all empty. We're gonna be putting the new engine soon. So this was the cause of the failure. If you can see, we're putting water in the system and pressure testing it. There's a massive leak of coolant. It all went out from here. Oil filter housing or some other coolant pipe components is what we're thinking. Here is the old engine and the new engine in the car already installed. So best we can gather at this point is that the issue was with the oil filter housing adapter. So here, as you can see, let me change the zoom a little bit. So here's the oil filter housing, and then this is the adapter that connects to the block right here in the engine. You can see that it was a pretty bad coolant leak in there. I think part of this, we are seeing a lot of cases where because this part is plastic, with heat and with pressure, it just goes bad here at this section in here with the connection on the block. So wouldn't be very wise to put another one of these in the new engine. So what we did was there is an upgrade where you have a metallic, an aluminum based oil filter housing adapter. So that's what we used to prevent overheating issues caused by coolant leaks in this section. So let me give you a close up in there so you can see it. It's a really nice part. An aftermarket upgrade to the engine. So that will hopefully eliminate that source of coolant leaks in the future. But now we have the engine in the car. Gonna be finishing up with the last touches tomorrow. The mechanics were telling me how difficult it is to put it in place because there are sensors everywhere. It's highly advanced engine, has a ton of sensors, tons of electronic connections in there, which have to be done very, very carefully. You can see the harnesses here, like all over the place. You can see the massive number of electronic connections in the engine all over the place. So we'll be finishing this up tomorrow. We'll give you a quick finish video to show you how it was done. Okay, we have the engine running. Always good to see when the engine is running fine. Now we're gonna go for a longer road test, but this seems to be working great. Time for a road test. This is what you want to see. Temperature gauge to the far right in the middle, and then the car responding really well when you push it for higher revs. We have completed our road test, and as you can hear, engine sounding beautiful, run like a champ. And then, as we always do, we put our scanner in the car and look for any codes. I'm gonna put a screenshot of this so you can see it clearly, but all green is what you want to see. So, all successful.